Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me go ahead and introduce myself to those that may not know me. Hi, I'm Derek Pauly of Pauly's Pickems, and if you happen to be scrolling Facebook and found this page, then that means you are probably a fan of college and or pro football and like doing Pickems. So that's good. I appreciate that. More the merrier, or I guess I should say the more the merrier. If you do not know how to do pick'ems, but you are interested in learning, then I will give you a quick crash course on how I do my pick'ems. Basically, I stole ESPN's formula where they have 10 games and you have to assign confidence points from 10 down to 1 or 1 up to 10 or however you want to assign your points. What I usually do is I will pick one game from each of the Power 5 conferences and one game from each of the Group of 5 conferences. I might do an independent, I might do a Division 2 or 3, or an FCS game. You just got to pay attention. And sometimes I do pick Friday night games, so you have to pay attention to that. So if you're still unsure, um, as confidence points, the most confident in a team would be, like an example, Alabama and South Carolina State. 99.9999% of the time, Alabama would win that game. So you would assign 10 points to Alabama. Conversely, say it's like Auburn and Vanderbilt. I'm just going to use SEC schools because most of the players of Pauly's Pick'ems throughout the years have been SEC fans. I believe now that would game would be a toss up. So you could put Auburn at 1 or Vanderbilt at 1. There is no spread. If the team you pick wins and you get those points, a perfect week would be 55 points. I've been doing it for 9 years. I've been doing college for 9 years. Been doing NFL for the past 2 years, and I'll touch on the NFL after I am done with college. So yeah, you have to use all the numbers. That's another bone of contention that I have seen throughout the years. People try to use the same numbers on like teams like Illinois and Indiana. Okay, well I'll put 7 confidence points with Illinois, and then there's like Wisconsin and Notre Dame. Okay, I'll put 7 confidence points with Notre Dame too. That's not how it works. You're gonna have to use each and every number between 1 and 10. Um, so yeah, it's some people have been confused by that. I don't understand why. I don't see why. But some people, well, a lot of people have quit. I will say that as well. So that is, I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. There have been people that have started Polly's Pick'ems throughout the years and quit. So I might, well, there is no might. I will mention you on the page if you play and quit. I'm not going to be doing it on the podcast anymore because I'm not doing the podcast this year. I might start it up again next year. We will see. If you want to check that out, that is Pauly's Pick'ems, the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, or Apple Podcast, or wherever else you listen to your podcast at. So what makes Pauly's Pick'ems a little bit different than ESPN is that I have what I call uh, risk reward points. Had to think of it for a second. So how that works is I'm just going to go ahead and lay it out on the table. Last year's winner for college football, the whole shebang, Charles Daniel Bentley, he will get to pick a risk reward for this upcoming season for the week 1. He'll get to pick a game and a stipulation for that game. So, just for example, say he picks the Colorado and Arizona State game, if they even play week 1. I haven't even looked to verify that yet. But say he picks Colorado to throw for over, or he says Colorado will throw for over 250 yards against Arizona State. If you say yes, then Colorado must throw for over 250 points. If they do, you will get 5 extra bonus points. Conversely, If you get that pick wrong, like you say that they don't and they do, then you're going to lose 5 points. So a little bit of an incentive to pick that correctly. You don't even have to play the risk reward. But like I said on what I said on an episode of the podcast last year, no risk, no reward. So a perfect week without the risk reward would be 55 points. A perfect week with the risk reward would be 60 points. And that is important to get the high score of the week because you get to choose a game and a stipulation for the following week. So that's just a little bit of food for thought on that. There is an award that Shane Aber, who is an admin of Pauly's Pickems, that he likes to have. It's called the Bonehead Award, where you pick a game for whatever reason. You might try to be pulling an upset, or you just happen to have a stroke of bad luck, and hopefully you won't get the Bonehead Award. It is kind of funny. It is one thing I do look forward to every week in Pauly's Pickems is Shane's Bonehead Pick of the Week. And I actually have the all-time list right here. So in no particular order, it just goes by the names, which was started in 2020, by the way. I've been doing the podcast. Well, sorry, I've been doing the podcast. I've been doing the Pickems for the past 9 years, the college football. Anyway, I've been doing the NFL for the past couple of years. The Bonehead Award is strictly for the college football portion only. So the winners for the Bonehead Award all time are Mike Younger, David Wells, Hal Stinson Truitt, Stephen Sutton, Brad Betts 4 times, Jessica Carroll, Glenn Bray 5 times, Andy McCarley 4 times, Steve Rogers, Charles Daniel Bentley 4 times. A quick pause. He did win the college football portion last year, so it doesn't necessarily hurt if you get the Bonehead Award. If it's just like a week or two, you'll have like a lower score, but you can still make it up at the end. Let's see here. Tyler D. Hutton, Jennifer Smith Harmon twice, Mitchell Jones twice, me, Derek Pauly 4 times, Heather Thomas Kendrick, Ryan Kendrick twice, Shane Aber, he's got his own award once, Scotty Wright twice, Randy A. Gill, William Carpenter twice, Ben Wilson 4 times, Chris Dean twice, Melanie Moody twice, Jeff Kersey twice, Dan Herron, Adam St. Romain, Marcus Cassidy twice, T. Jason Lewis, Chris Yabera, and George Johnson. So a lot of those people have only played the past couple of years. There have been a lot of people that have quit. Mostly the people that I named first. The people that have been playing for quite a while and actually have won the college portion of Pauly's Pickems. Like I said, Charles Daniel Bentley, Andy McCarley won the year before he did. The year before that was Tyler D. Hutton. Also have former winners on here. Let's see here. T. Jason Lewis has won before. I want to say somebody else has too. David Wells has well. Mike Younger has. But everyone else has not. Some people have come close, but no cigar. They have not won. And that's pretty much that. So, yeah, that's how Pauly's Pickems is different from ESPN. I have a risk reward. If you get it right, you get 5 points. If you get it wrong, you lose 5 points. If you don't play, you don't get the points either way. But, you know, crunch time and you're trying to make that push for first place, you might want to try to pick the risk reward and pick it correctly. Now, for the NFL, this is a little bit different since there's multiple teams, a lot less teams, and more teams are going to be on bye. Some weeks have 4 teams on bye, some weeks have 2, some weeks have 6. So as far as that goes, I will have the NFL games at 10 points apiece. And much like the college, there is a risk reward for the NFL as well. It's 5 points during the season. If you get the risk reward correct, you get 5 extra points. You lose 5 points if you get it incorrect. You don't have to play for the NFL either. But like I said, for crunch time for college, still applies to the NFL. Now, the top dog award is something that was started last year by Jasmine Montgomery. Uh, there have been a few winners last year. I was not one of them. As far as the top dog award goes, that means you get the highest weekly score for college and the highest weekly score for the NFL to be eligible to win the top dog award. So in no particular order, actually I think this might be in, no, actually it's not. It's how it just how I just happened to write it down. The top dog award winners have been Ben Wilson, David Wells, Jasmine Montgomery, Tyler D. Hutton, Brad Betts twice, Marcus Cassidy 3 times, Charles Daniel Bentley twice, and Jennifer Smith Harmon. So that actually does kind of help out too. The Bonehead Award doesn't really help out. The Top Dog Award does if you're trying to get a better seed, not necessarily seeding, but better rankings in the college and the pro. Let me go ahead and back up real quick. Nothing really changes for the NFL. I go to week 18 and then I cut it off because college football cuts off way before the NFL does. Now, as far as college goes, I do take the conference championship games and the New Year's Six bowl games into account as well. So, as far as the conference championship games go, I believe I've done it for the past few years where they are worth 25 points apiece. Like I said, the 5 group of 5 and 5 power 5 conference championship games, I believe they're 25 points apiece. And I bump up the risk reward to 10, or I double it to 10 points instead of 5. Past couple of years I've done that. The conference championship games and the New Year's Six games, I've not fared well. I've been doing okay during the regular season. Postseason kills it for me in college. And as far as the New Year's Six bowl games, I don't do every single bowl game. That's like over 60 of them. I don't have time for that. I just pick the New Year's Six games. And those games turn out to be 50 points apiece. And then I bump up or double the risk reward for that as well to 20 points. So, like I said before, if you don't have to do a risk reward, but if you're trying to win it and it's in crunch time, you might want to try to do it. So that's pretty much everything as far as Pauly's Pickems go. If you still need some help on how scoring works, just message me. I will be happy to explain that to you. I hope to see you and everyone else that has played Pauly's Pickems for the past about 7-8 years, because people have fallen off, but I have had people play for the past 8 years. I do appreciate y'all, the very few of you that have, and everyone that has been, everyone else that has been playing regularly for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Thank you. And for the potential players, I don't necessarily do a whole lot of smack talk on the page. Mostly if you quit. So don't quit, because quitters never win and winners really never quit. Like I said, Tyler, Charles, Andy, David, and T. Jason Lewis and others, they've won only once. They have been, a few of them have been close the past few years. Speaking of someone that has been close, the purveyor of the Bonehead Award, I believe he placed 3rd place last year. Shane Aber. So Shane, you might get it this year. I'm kind of hoping it's me for college, or heck, I'm even hoping it's me for the NFL as well. The NFL does not change. It's going to be 10 points each and every week. So, yeah, it's kind of boring on the NFL, although I do have uh, NFL fantasy going on. And if you want information on that, just check out the page. I'll post a link for that for my page or for my league here pretty soon. Also, Brad Betts does fantasy college football, so be on the lookout for that post as well. So, everyone, thank you for listening, and I will talk with y'all later.